Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of The Professionals. You guys loved seeing Katie Jane Hughes do my makeup, which is how I have it today. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check the description box and check that video out first. But I just got my hair done by David Lopez, if you can believe it. If you want to see his top tips to achieving these really effortless, vertical, beachy waves, make sure you stay tuned. He has so many awesome tips. So let's get into it. Everyone, this is David.
Hi.
And I'm actually really excited because I basically just met you.
I know. We're already best friends. I can already tell.
Always best friends from the beginning. What are we doing today?
So one of the #1 questions I get on social media is basically your hair type. Hair that's color treated that wants heat protection, finer hair that wants volume, and then shorter length that wants to have texture but not be too curly.
Yes, I hate too curly.
Yeah, because it immediately goes like from like cool to little girl. I just want to show you how to get that perfect effortless wave every single time.
Yes.
And there's no guessing work.
Love it.
No clips.
No clips.
2 products.
2 products?
Yeah. No clips, 2 products, 1 iron.
Whew.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay.
So I have just showered this morning, washed my hair, and let it air dry, and this is what my hair looks like.
Yep. Gorgeous. Ideally, what I would say, if you're gonna go from wet to dry, before you let your hair dry, put in like some sort of mousse.
Okay.
The mousse just gives your hair some texture. Makes you work less when you wave it, because then you have to put less product in. When you put the product in when it's damp and you let it air dry or you dry it in, the hair already has a styling property to it, so then when you wave it and you just are done, it already has that kind of hold.
It's like a grit or something.
Exactly.
Okay.
Since we didn't do that, what I'm gonna do is just put a little heat protecting serum into your hair.
Okay. I'm so bad with heat protecting products.
It's important though.
I know it is.
It's very important. It's interesting whenever someone asks me like, what do I do about my breaking hair? And I'm like, do you use heat protectant? No. Do you use a mask? No. I'm like, it's like you have to remember, like, hair is a precious fabric and it's an accessory you can't take off.
Hair is a precious fabric. It's an accessory you can't take off.
You wear it every single day and you should treat it like that fabric. Like probably your most luxurious silky top or beautiful top. What would happen if you put it into the washing machine every single day and put it in the dryer every single day?
You wouldn't.
It starts, I love this.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, exactly, you wouldn't. So you want to make sure that you treat it like, again, like I said, the most precious, precious fabric. You're spending all this money on your color and your cut, like, you want to make sure that you're kind of protecting your investment of your beauty.
What's your favorite heat protecting products? Like, what do you recommend?
I'm using right now one from Leonard Grail. They have their, like, it's like a heat protecting serum you can put onto dry hair, which I like. Okay. And it's almost like a cream and oil, so it's really lightweight, so it's not going to weigh down your hair. Okay. I also really love one from IGK. The primer is really great. I love IGK. There's a brand called Cameron Professional. They have one that's called Heat Block that's actually a heat protector and also a hairspray at the same time. Okay. So it gives you that grip.
Quite honestly, we're done already. Yeah. Like, you're good.
Just look at this. Just like a little texture and ready to go. Look at that.
I love it.
Just push it. Magic is in the hand. So now what we're going to do is use a 1-inch iron.
Okay, you think that's a good size for me?
Yep, because we're going to do like a little bit more like water wave texture. Okay. The bigger the iron, the bigger the wave, as we know, but it all depends on the technique. So this is what we have here. The other important part, especially for color treated hair, make sure you turn that temperature down. Okay. We all have the need to go and whack it up to full temperature, and I feel like, why is everyone's hair breaking off? Oh, I know, because you're melting it off yourself. So I'm putting it on level 3. This is T3, so it comes in 5 different heat settings, and this is on the 3rd one, which is about the middle temperature. It's about 360. Yeah. And that's about as high as you'd probably want to go as a blonde. In fact, I might actually go for a lower temperature because after touching your hair...
Is it bad?
No, it's not that it's bad, it's just delicate.
Okay.
It's just delicate. Your hair is just a much more delicate fabric than someone else's because it's been color treated and the way it grows out of your hair.
I love that we're calling hair fabric.
Yeah. First section. So if you were me or I was you, my right hand would be holding my iron and I would reach up and I would curl away from my face. Now, because I'm doing your hair, I'm just going to walk you through the things that you should know when you're curling your hair. What you want to do is have the hair go on top of the barrel, just like that. Okay. And the ends be fed towards the face. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
As opposed to it going on top of the section like that. Now I'm going to spin you a little bit over to me. Okay. So I can get in right position. Now you see the hair goes on top of the barrel and spin it away. Does that make sense? Yes. See how I'm stretching it out and I'm spinning at the same time?
Wow.
So it creates that elongated curl.
Yes.
Okay? Because now what I'm going to do, if I rake that out, it's like a really soft ripple.
Yeah.
A lot of the tension is made with the iron, so I'll show you in the next section.
Okay.
So this section around your face, I always like to have the hair go towards the face as a way away, as opposed to away, because it just makes it look a little bit more lived in. See how the tension, the pull comes from the iron. It doesn't come from my hand.
Oh, I see.
I made the iron as vertical as possible, so it gave me just a little bit light texture.
So do you prefer a curling like a thing with a clip on it, like a clip on the wand, or do you can you do this without a clip on your wand?
You can. Here's the thing. A clip will always give you a smoother finish and has the ability to give you less fullness. So a wand will almost always have a little bit more bounce, where an iron, if you see what I'm doing, it's actually kind of collapsing the hair a little bit more.
Yeah.
So if you're really going for that cool girl wave, I almost always will say use a clip iron or a Marcel type iron. Anything that has this attachment to it.
Fine. But how do you avoid getting those clip marks when you're curling your hair?
Practice this technique with the iron off.
Yes.
When it's on, a lot of times you get intimidated by the heat and you're like, oh, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. So just try with it off first and get used to the motion, and then when you feel comfortable with it, then you can turn it back on.
And I see what you mean, like the curls are coming down.
See how it's like this? There's no fullness. With a wand, you'd have all this fullness coming out.
I always have that. Okay, interesting. How long have you been doing hair, David?
Oh my god, this is like my 12th. Honestly, I've been doing hair, like I did my mom's hair when I was 12, all through high school.
Wow.
Back when I was still closeted, I did my girlfriend's hair for prom.
Wow.
Like I really was like always, I did hair in my dorm room in college, did highlights. Yeah, I was obsessed. And then I was like, well, maybe I could do this as a job.
Yeah, and here we are.
Yeah, I didn't realize, you know, what was possible besides being behind the chair.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I love this.
This is amazing. I'm like in awe of this.
Yeah, so you want to let these little, what I call the coils, just cool down. I do want to point out, when I got to this section of your hair where the front of your head meets and the back of your head meet, I put it towards the face.
Okay.
Everything else went away except for that section and the one near your face. Because a lot of times the question I get to is like, do I alternate waves?
Yeah.
I don't know how makes it look messy. So I just want to create a method to the madness.
Okay.
The way that you'll always look like perfectly undone is if this section goes towards the face and the one right here goes towards the face.
And then this section goes away.
Everything
Okay.
else away.
That's a great takeaway.
With shorter hair, you guys have it so lucky because when you get to these back sections, you can take really big sections.
Okay.
Very big vertical sections. See how this section is vertical?
Yeah.
Top to bottom. You can take that hair, put the iron in there, use up all the space, and then just start in the middle and then twist it out. Just one big twist, and then slide the iron out of the hair. Because if you build too much volume underneath, you're gonna get east to west. You get the poof.
Yeah, but I didn't know that that was a problem until about 30 seconds ago.
You're like, why does my hair look like that? I always say, like, I want everything to be as on purpose. Even if it's not, like, meant to look on purpose, make sure you're doing it for a reason.
Got it.
You know?
Yes. It's like the no makeup look. It's like,
exactly.
You know, I put a lot of effort into this, but you don't know it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wow, this is amazing.
What issues do you mostly have when you curl your hair? Like, what do you like find that you're like, this is not coming out right?
When I'm wearing my hair straight, I know this is a whole other subject, but it just looks so blah sometimes when I'm just doing my hair straight. So I can't figure out how to be straight, but not poker straight and not too, you know, fluffy.
Done.
Yeah.
Right. Have you figured out the iron, like a flat iron yet, or do you stay away from it?
I don't use any flat irons.
Okay.
Should I?
I feel like if you're looking for something that's smooth and straight, but it doesn't feel too flat, I would go for the flat iron and get a wider plate so that you don't get too many kinks in it.
Yeah.
And then just learn to just bend your hair just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
A flat iron's great for shorter hair lengths.
Really?
You would just turn the temperature down.
I need to get one because this is literally how I wear my hair, and I'm looking at it and I'm like, that does not look very good.
I mean, I like it. It's a moment. It's a moment for both of us, and I like it. I'm here for it.
Okay.
But you should be able to have many moments.
I agree with that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Down the other side.
Okay.
Did a little spin there.
So I'm always trying new products. I love to try new products. What are some cool new hair products over here in America?
So when it comes to new products, I love innovation, but I love innovation without BS. So I'm always like kind of wary and skeptical of new things. And I'm like, one of the things that I really love is hair care, because how you shampoo and how you care for your hair, condition your hair sets you up for success when it comes to styling. So there's a line called Pros that just like kind of approached me, and I started using them and I took their whole quiz. So what it is, it's hair care that's specifically freshly batched made and designed for you. There's over like 200 or 300 formulations that they, actually I think thousands of formulations, I made that up. And what you do is you go on their website and you type in your information, your age, your like some medical background, you type in like how often you work out, what you eat, your diet, even your zip code, because they formulate your shampoo and conditioner to the hot water in your area.
Wow.
How hard the water or soft the water is in your area. And then they create a shampoo, conditioner, and hair mask and a custom hair oil for you and your needs. It's crazy. And I've been using it, and I'm like someone that like, I use everything.
Yeah. And
I was washing my hair, I was like, oh my God, why's my hair look so good? And my barber was like, your hair looks really healthy and shiny. I'm like, I know. And so, it looks so good.
Do you know anyone else who's tried this and had a good experience?
Many people. Well, when I went into their office, I actually met with them, went to their office, and then I got to meet with some of the people that work there. They worked there and left other brands because they tried it.
What?
And they were like, this is insane how the innovation is so not BS, because it's like, this is, like I said before, linking it back to a fabric, what you wash your fabric with. Everyone's is so different. And I feel like when you go to a drugstore and there's so many options for you to choose from, you're like, how do I really know what's for me?
Yeah.
Am I limp? Am I dry? And in the past, what I've said is what you should do is wash for the hair you have, condition for the hair you want.
Hey.
So yeah, yeah, many one-liners there.
That's cool.
Yeah, but now Pros kind of takes the guessing game out of it. It is also a subscription service too, if you want it to be. So it kind of restocks it for you, and it has everything you need. Yeah, so I really, really love that.
I wonder if they have a blonde like option.
They do.
Wow.
Yeah.
So do you like silver shampoos and all those purple shampoos and stuff like that? Do you recommend that for blondes?
I guess and no.
Okay.
I think there's people who are good with it and get it, and they know how to not abuse it, and then there's blondes who abuse it, and they have like, someone like you would probably get like a little gray on the hairline, or like a little purpley or violet.
Even me, I washed my hair with a purple shampoo this morning, and I was like, maybe I left that on a little too long.
No, it looks good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's really good.
But it can make such a difference.
It makes a huge difference. I think at-home color maintenance, if you're educated correctly, is great. Just because, again, you're going this long, you're spending all this money, like, you don't want it to look like crap like 2 days later.
Exactly,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, you want it to look good for as long as possible.
Wow, you are good with a wand. My God.
You can be too.
I hope so.
See all these coils here?
Yes.
These are little coils that we have, okay?
Yeah.
We let those cool down.
Wow.
I want to start combing it out.
Okay. Oh wow, you really go for it with the comb.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
A wide tooth comb.
Yeah.
You want to use a wide tooth comb. Or you can use your fingers. Some people like to use their fingers. I prefer to kind of like comb it out with a wide tooth comb and then go in with my fingers if I need to.
I cannot believe this. I'm always like so scared to do this with a comb and ruin it.
I'm always scared.
Look at that!
Yeah.
God, imagine if I did just wake up like this. My life would be so different. So tell me what you love about hair. I'm always fascinated to know when I talk to hair people. I'm like, what do you love about it?
It is a way for people to directly, without question, express themselves.
Yeah.
And I think that the relationship people have with their hair or their skin or their body in general is a, for me, direct correlation of how they feel about themselves in a way. Yeah. How much care, how much time or thought they put into it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What do you think about my roots right now?
Love it, Rudy. Yeah, for sure.
How rooty should I let it go? Like down to there?
That might be a little much.
Okay.
I think where you have right now, what I call this a shadow root. People call it a micro root. So it's like a really tiny shadow root, which is great. I think once you get past maybe like 2 inches, you might want to keep the money pieces. Yeah. This brightness around the face.
You like that?
I love
money pieces?
A money piece.
Okay.
Girl, she loves a money piece. You want to keep that. And then you can kind of let this start growing out. What you'll have your colorist do is just do a couple of what we call baby lights around here just to help blend the two together. But you still want to always have that darker base.
Yeah, cool. I love this. I'm seriously like, I'm obsessed. Okay, so then what do you do? Texturizing spray?
Yeah, I'm really into invisible oils. So there's these brands, like, you know, you have like invisible oil for your body. Yeah. They've created a product that's an invisible oil for your hair. So especially for finer hair types that are scared of oil, it's a really lightweight oil. So you get the benefits of the oil.
It's spraying?
Yeah, it sprays. My gosh. It sprays. You can spray it into your hand if you're scared of it, and you can squeeze it into your hair. Wow. Or you can just spray it. So what I want you to do is shake your head for me. Keep shaking. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. We should do a slow-mo of that. Yeah.
Keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Oh my god.
Gorgeous. And then what I'm going to do is spray some of that in my hand. I always like to spray just hairspray into my hand too.
Okay.
And then I like to squeeze it into the hair.
Wow.
And so the dry oil just gives you some texture, and it gives you some shine and some glossiness, so it looks healthy, but it doesn't look weighed down. Because
I have a lot of issues with flyaways, so maybe this invisible oil is the way forward for me.
And I love a flyaway. I like to call it a halo.
I'm going to start doing that because...
Yeah, embrace the flyaways.
Okay, a halo.
And if you really get wary of the flyaways, what I would suggest you do is get a little like kabuki brush, little old makeup brush, spray some hairspray on it, and just spray some of the oil or your hairspray on it, and then just tap it where you see the flyaways.
Okay, so you're not really pressing it,
nope,
you're just...
It just goes right down. You've seen people use toothbrushes and stuff before, but I like something a little flatter like this. I find makeup brushes are just made a lot better for something like this. And that's the whole look.
Wow.
No clips, 2 products, 1 iron.
And vertical curls.
Vertical, twisting it out. And make sure when you try this, try it with the iron off and get used to the motion. I do have a video on my IGTV that has this same, I put a wig on.
Okay.
And I have a wig this length
and
on.
you do it yourself?
And I do it myself. Just so you can see like the ergonomics of how you do it. Because that's the most important part.
IGTV confuses me, but I'm going to try to find that. But David...
I'll send you a direct link.
Please do. David, thank you so much for doing my hair today.
You're
it was
welcome.
So fun. And guys, make sure you go check out David's Instagram. David Lopez with 3 Z's or Z's, depending on how you say it. Thank you.
You're welcome.